Indiana's news leader. Eyewitness News at noon starts now.
Welcome back to Eyewitness News at noon. I'm Naomi Peskovitz in for Scott Swan. Domestic violence shelters all across the state are facing a reduction in federal grants because of new regulations enacted in last year's Violence Against Women Act. They require shelters to provide services to men and women and bar federal money from going to religious services. One shelter up against both sets of rules is Sheltering Wings, where Eyewitness News reporter Emily Longnecker is live now. Emily?
Yeah, Naomi, Sheltering Wings here in Hendricks County has been helping women and children escape domestic violence for 12 years now. And up until now, they have federal grant money here for their Christian-based services. But now they find themselves really at a crossroads of comply with these new regulations and keep receiving this money or choose a different path. And I'm joined right now by Cassie Martin, the executive director here at Sheltering Wings. Cassie, thank you so much for being here. So how much do you stand to lose?
We have a potential of losing up to 20% of our annual budget, which is about $200,000.
So what are you going to do? I mean, the new regulations say what for you guys?
The two regulations that are particularly troublesome for the shelter relate to requiring us to provide equal services to women and men, and that includes housing in addition to support services.
And you were saying you can't house the men. You don't have the room here.
Correct. We do provide support services to men, but our facilities aren't built to accommodate men here at the facility.
And the face-based thing as well.
Correct. The other part is that the regulations state that any government funding has to be kept separate from any programs or services that have religious content. And while all of our faith-based initiatives are voluntary and we don't discriminate based on any faith that they may have or no faith at all, we still would have to keep those completely separate.
Okay. So this issue, you're going to be reaching out to the community should you have to lose this federal funding, are you not?
That's correct. Throughout the history of the shelter, we have stood firm on one of our financial integrity statements that indicates that when there's a need of the shelter, we present that to the community, which sounds so basic, but the community has been overwhelmingly supportive and helping us to continue to meet the needs of the women and children that we serve.
Well, let's hope the community can help you when you reach out. Cassie Martin, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, and this is an issue facing shelters across the state, really, not just faith-based ones like Sheltering Wings. Shelters all across the state face losing that federal money if they do not comply with these new regulations. Live in Hendricks County, Emily Longnecker, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Emily, thank you.